The breaking news we've been following, a manhunt lasting several hours ends with a suspected cop killer himself shot and killed in a shootout with police just after 5 p.m.
Y'all hear that? That's Miami Nights. Alright. Texas just shot a 17-year-old in the back of his neck. I forgot I covered a story where they shot a 17-year-old in the face. If I'm not mistaken, a Texas cop murdered a mother in front of her children after they had just gotten off the bus. Rabbits and guns, man.
Breaking news we've been following, a manhunt lasting several hours ends with a suspected cop killer himself shot and killed in a shootout with police just after 5 p.m. Also, a police canine injured and airlifted to a hospital. And we're now awaiting a news conference with law enforcement at any moment to get the very latest details. Also, brand new surveillance video now showing us the moment this whole thing began. This is a Brazoria County deputy. His name is Jesus Vargas, who was shot dead while serving a warrant just before noon today.
He was a 17-year veteran of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office, a husband and father of 3. We have live, extensive team coverage tonight as we uncover more about the suspect and his lengthy criminal history. We start, though, with Anayeli Ruiz, who is live at the scene of the shooting in Southwest Houston with more for us tonight. Anayeli.
Well, guys, I just want to tell you guys, still a very active scene out here. Lots of officers are still in the area. We're waiting for the police chief to be able to come down here and give us more information. But I want to walk you guys through what happened within the last 2 hours. We were in the parking lot as they were searching for the suspect. We were actually right over there. And I want to show you guys, that's where the scene actually originally started. Right over there, that's where the shooting happened. I just spoke to some employees at a business right here, and they say the suspect rocked right in front of all of these businesses you see here, and they tell us that they believe he was actually hiding in the back. They believe, obviously they were really scared because they say they go and dump the trash in the back of this property, and they believe that he might have been hiding there the entire time. Now, when we were in the parking lot, guys, we heard gunshots going off, and we saw officers rushing this way to make their way over here. And then shortly minutes after, that's when we saw that they loaded up a canine into a chopper. And then we saw lots of peace in the area, and we believe that's obviously shortly after, that's when the suspect died out here in the scene. Again, we see lots of officers gathered in that corner, and that's where we believe the shooting actually occurred. And of course, we're waiting for the police chief to arrive here. Lots of other people. I see the DA just arrived, Sean Tier, here to the scene. Again, a lot of heavy presence from all law enforcement agencies across the area. We know that the U.S. Marshals are out here, constables are out here, HPD, DPS. Again, we saw two DPS choppers land out here in the area. But again, the businesses out here are pretty frightened. They said they didn't expect this, and they didn't expect that the suspect would still be here in the area. They said that they thought that the suspect had actually gone to the apartments just down the street, and were pretty shocked to see that he was still here when all of this transpired. And of course, we're going to wait for the police chief to be able to provide us with more details on what exactly happened and how they were able to get the suspect. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Very chaotic. Thank you for laying that out for us, Anayeli. And of course, you were showing the DA, Harris County DA, Sean Tier. He'll probably be part of that news conference. Thank you, Anayeli.
Shout out to the clearly overhyped hysterics. I pray to God don't forget to talk about that. Y'all help me to something, man, because I don't know for real. Is it customary for like DAs to show up at crime scenes? I don't know. I'm asking the question because I don't know. And then I did hear him say like they have video surveillance of the actual incident. So I went looking for it, and I guess we should watch it.
Well, tragedy unfolded yesterday as a Brazoria County Sheriff's deputy was killed while serving a search warrant in southwest Houston. New at noon, we're getting a new look at surveillance video from that tragedy.
KPRC2 Investigates Mario Diaz has new exclusive video of that deadly shooting involving Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas, who was working for the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force at the time. We want to get to him right in the newsroom. So, Mario, what does the video show?
Andy, Lisa, I obtained the video in the last hour. It shows the entire incident, but we are only showing the portion that led up to the deputy stopping the suspect, Robert Davis. Now, this is the video from the surveillance cameras at a Southwest Houston shopping center off Stella Link Road, I should say, where this all unfolded. You just saw the suspect go out there, and then suddenly you see the truck on the other side of this parking lot come right into play. That pickup truck is where the two members of U.S. Marshal's Office get out, and then suddenly from behind, and we're stopping it right there, there's Deputy Vargas. And the incident lasted for only a few seconds. He had his weapon drawn. As you can see, Davis gets out, and obviously we know what happened shortly after that. As we've uncovered, and as we first reported yesterday, Davis has an extensive criminal history with warrants out of Brazoria and Galveston County. He's also been arrested for violent acts in Fort Bend and Harris County. Davis's rap sheet dates back over 35 years to 1987. The 56-year-old was killed by law enforcement while inside of a dumpster at that same shopping center hours later, just before 5 o'clock last night. If you recall, you had the canine officer there named Rocky who sniffed him out. Rocky was shot 2 times before Davis was shot dead by law enforcement. Now, we've learned from multiple sources today that Rocky is stable and he is recovering. That's the very latest. Live in the newsroom, Mario Diaz, KPRC2 Investigates.
It's a devastating day yesterday, and we know our Rochelle Turner will have more on Canine Rocky as well. But Mario, thank you for the very latest there.
For sure, I already recorded this video. I was snapping, man, and I've been trying to keep that under control. I just want to give my opinions about it, even though it does evoke these stories do evoke certain emotions in me. I'm gonna try my best to keep the damn emotions out of it, but I'm human, man. So I'm just gonna give y'all my thoughts that I remember. I'm not even gonna watch it again because it was hours ago when I watched these 2 videos. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I remember that stood out to me. And first, I want to say something again, man. I do be taking y'all feedback, you know what I mean? And then some of it I don't be getting a damn about. If you met me in person, man, you probably would struggle to hear me talking to you because I'm not a person who likes attention. And then I'm kind of laid back too. So when you hear the videos and I get, like I say, my emotions get involved and I get passionate and then my voice gets clear and it raises. But then when I be chilling, I start talking like this. Shut your ass up, Negro. That's just what you're going to get over here. Ain't nobody force your ass to watch this video. Shout out to the people who know what's going on and show me whatever we should call it that y'all show me, man. Ditto. Number one, I don't like how this lady was, she was very extra with her dramatics in this video. I said in the first audio I did, she was running around like the guy was chasing her in between cars and stuff, when she's the one that told us the entire situation was over with. Before I forget, rest in peace to, I'm sorry guys, I don't celebrate, and I'm not sorry, but this will be something that many of us disagree about. Rest in peace to, because I don't celebrate anybody's death, that's what I was trying to say, to all the innocent Americans who've been murdered by these cowards. And I couldn't imagine being one of their families still grieving my loved one, probably with no sense of justice added to the heartbreak. So my condolences to you guys. Always thinking about you. Back to what I was saying about this lady. Then she tells us at the end, she says, hey man, so the people who work, the business owners and the people out there, they were shocked that the guy stayed in the area because they thought he had went to the following neighborhood, and they were terrified about that. You know what I mean? They thought he was left, but they were terrified. You know, I don't know how many damn times she said the word frightened. But then in the beginning, she told us that, you know, they took out trash in the back where they eventually did find the gentleman and kill him. And they were terrified because they thought that's exactly where he was at. So I did in the other audio call her a few vulgar names because I think you're fear mongering. I think people like you are why the American public and probably people all over the world live on pins and needles in the face of real threat and real danger and things that should be feared. Instead of, just having a warrior spirit that God gave us and saying, we all heard this, right? Courage is not the absence of fear, but it's what? It's not running around talking about how motherfucking frightened you are, lady. I didn't like anything about this back to blue ass media coverage. Shout out to the animals, man. I'm an animal lover myself. I could tell you a story about how the day I stopped what the hell I was doing because the little baby bird just flew by and he was just jumping up on the leaves, pecking something and eating it. And then finally he jumped high up into the brushes and disappeared off into them. I got pictures. I was doing that 3-4 years ago in South Beach. So shout out to the animals. I love God's creation. But family, I don't agree that they are like humans. Humans are like humans. So when I hear them, and I follow this story a little bit from the peripheral, continually to tell us about this police dog, Rocky, for me it's just horribly offensive. It's disrespectfully offensive, man, because if nothing else, you could talk about the deceased Americans that these cowards have murdered alongside your concern and compassion for this animal, this dog. You don't even bring them up. You just want us to know the dog is going to be okay. So there are going to be people who say about this animal and this cop, FTP, man. There are going to be people who not only are not bothered at all about this animal being shot and how he does or doesn't recover, he or she, they're not also going to give a damn about this cop being shot and killed. They're going to celebrate it. And you should know why. There are going to be people who ask you guys questions about how y'all approach that gentleman, no matter what anyone else's opinion of it is. There are going to be questions about his right to defend himself, whether he was, air quotes, wanted or not. I think the only thing different about this situation and how things unfold when we usually hear stories about cops engaging American citizens in any type of physical altercation is in this one. The cops weren't the ones who shot first. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.